don't even know what we're gonna do yet, but here's what I brought to the pate. I brought some clear glass, and I brought some Starfire, and you know, no good art piece is finished unless it has some bubbles on it. Excuse me, y'all. And I also have some shells. I have a starfish and some more shells. These are so pretty. I used these in our May workshop. I used a couple of these. These were gifted to me by one of the members in the Shattered Circle, and they're so pretty. They have like a little pale blue center. So I'm digging those. You know that's my color. I'm getting debris. So I got a couple of those. Just set them there. I can't get back into the bag. I have a couple of these. I am not privy to all the shell names, but this just looks like a cone. So I have those as well. And I have the rest of my glass beads that I didn't use from the challenge last night, and I have a couple more things too. So I brought some colors. I had to go to the studio and get all this stuff because, you know, my internet's down. And I brought a couple of little shells that I collected when I was in Myrtle Beach. Little shells there, and some glass chips. So we're just gonna paint, and then we're just going to decide how we want to decorate it after we get the painting done. So let's just start with that. How about? So where's my water and my napkin? So we are gonna get started painting, and I'll tell you the colors I'm using as we go. So I'm literally gonna start with my sands, and hang on, I'm disorganized here. I'm disorganized and get my little plates. I got too much stuff on my little table, y'all. I just laid all that glass over here. So first what we have is vintage white, and I'm gonna use that to do my beach. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my palette. And I'm gonna use a little bit of a bigger brush so that I can just move right along. So this is like a 1-inch flat. So I'm just gonna get my little beach painted on first. Hang on, still have too much water in my brush. I don't like that brush. Let's get a different one. Hang on. That was a brush that felt like it had been hardened with paint in it, and y'all know I would never do that, right? Would never. Okay, so just get some blue. Just get some sand color on the bottom of your beach. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. I'm actually going to I'm gonna put some white on my plates and add a little white in there too, just so it's not, yeah, seen better days is right. It feels like everything I've touched today has been like a train wreck, but we're gonna get through it. So y'all know I don't like one solid color, so I'm gonna bring in just a little bit of white on my brush and just add a little bit of that for texture. Not that kind of texture though. I don't want that. Don't want that. I feel nauseous for some reason. All right, so now I'm gonna put a little bit of a lighter blue up in my sky. I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use this sky blue color. And we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a sky. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Today, I haven't felt great. My tummy is nauseous. And just things have been crazy. So I'm gonna take that sky blue color and I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a sky. I'm gonna stop about a third of the way. So we'll have a third beach, a third water, and a third sky. And I still have all those other colors in my brush. I'm gonna get my sides too, y'all. I know y'all are freaking out. Me painting the sides. What is this world coming to? What in the world? All right, I'm not trying either to be perfect, but I'm gonna get this side too. But the horizon is a straight line, so we are gonna do our best to have a straight line here. I didn't get enough blue on my palette. Hello. Yeah, I love this blue. It's really pretty, but we're gonna mix it up a little too. We're gonna add a little white for some little soft clouds. All right, got the sides done. So, there's my blue. Now I'm gonna go in and grab some white. And I'm gonna put white on one side of my brush, just on that one side. And I'm literally gonna just scooch my brush around into that wet blue to create a little bit of a cloud form. More whites. Me too, Amber. The beach is my favorite place in the world. So I love that. So a little bit of white on one side, okay? You're gonna flip it and you're gonna just come in and create a real organic little cloud formation without the little dry paint boogers, preferably. And just to break up that blue, because what you don't want, well, you know, you do you, but what I don't want is just a solid blue sky. I like to add a little bit of interest to my sky. So there we go. It's not a terribly cloudy day at the beach. Just the way we like it. All right, let me scoot that back over. All right, now I'm gonna wipe that off and we're gonna start on any sand color would work. Any sand color, all right? Any color that's, you know, a beigey white. All right, so now what we're gonna start on is our water. And the first color I'm gonna use, hello, Julie, is Prussian blue, all right? So if you're standing on the beach and you're looking out, it always looks darkest where the sky meets, where the water meets the horizon, all right? So we're gonna start with a really dark blue at the horizon, Prussian blue. Then we're gonna add a little bit of this tropical blue. And then we'll blend those together. And then we'll add a little bit of white into that. And I'm gonna throw some of this. I don't know if I'll use it, but this French blue, I like it too. So we're gonna add a little bit of that in case we decide to use that as well. So I have 3 nice blues, all right? Now let me just tell you this. I got debris, we have debris. If you struggle painting a straight line for something like this, for a horizon, let this dry and then you can take some tape and tape off the straight line so that you have a straight horizon. I'm gonna go for it myself. I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna turn this a little bit and I I'm going to take my dark blue, and we're just gonna go straight across and do our very best. See, I already wiggled just because I'm talking, so I'm gonna be quiet. That's not bad. It ain't great, but it's not bad. There must be a little wave out there. I think there's a wave on the horizon. All right, so I'm gonna take that to the edge too. I don't know what I'm thinking, painting the edge like a crazy person. All right, so now I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna do about the width of my paintbrush in this dark blue, all right? So we're just gonna get that on. I didn't get enough of it. What is wrong with me today? Watch this. So I'm gonna just fill in about the width of my paintbrush. Let's get that side. And then, while that is wet, I'll try to get some of this offloaded now. I didn't have enough, now I have too much. While that is on there and is still wet, I am going to just offload some of that dark blue onto my napkin just to get some of the excess out. And I'm gonna go to the next blue, which is the tropical blue. It's kind of a teal turquoisey color, all right? And I'm gonna come in and I'm going, let me add a little bit of that, about half as much maybe. I'm wiggling this whole table. And we're gonna add in that color too. I'm gonna have to fix my sides in a minute. And again, not enough paint. So I like to work sideways like this when I'm blending in the water. Let me get this side. Y'all, I swear, am I acting crazy or what? You hold your breath when I do straight lines. I do too. Let me get some more of this. I feel like I'm being a little cuckoo, like I don't have my act together. All right, so while all these colors are wet, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna bring this tropical blue up into the dark blue water, just so it's not one solid color of water. Because I don't know if you've been to the beach lately, but it's not all the same color. All right, so you're gonna blend some of that dark or that tropical blue into the Prussian. And then you're gonna go back into your Prussian and you're gonna blend, get a little bit of that on your brush. And you're gonna blend that into your tropical. So you got several colors working there, all right? Now while this is wet, I'm gonna give myself another little tropical blue line to make sure it's wet. I'm gonna offload again, get all the excess off. I keep moving that out of your line of sight, don't I? Then I'm gonna grab up white, and I still have some of that blue on my paintbrush, okay? I just offloaded it. I didn't rinse it. So it still has that blue on it. I'm gonna fill in all the way to my beach line with that white, which mixed with what's on my brush to make a lighter blue. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna blend it up into your water. Blend it up into your other colors. And see how I'm kind of working on the side of my brush. I'm not painting like this. I'm painting like this with my brush parallel. All right, so you can go and bring some of that up as well into your dark blue. So we have many colors of blue. Now I do need to rinse now because Wish I had another brush. I need to get some really clean white. So let me rinse. And I'm gonna get some fresh white. And I'm just gonna come down here where it hits the beach and do another line. I'm gonna come up onto the beach a little bit. And then we're gonna go up into that blue again. So we don't want any hard lines, okay? Want it all to be soft. Now, we're gonna make a few waves. I'm gonna hit this real quick. Hit my sides. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's hit this side too. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of, oh, I'm sure I will. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm gonna rinse again. I'm gonna get some fresh white, just teeny bit on the tips of my bristles right there. And I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna just make a few little waves way out in the horizon. So I'm gonna start kind of here and I am just tapping my brush into that blue. Hang on. I'm gonna try swiping too. There we go. Just barely touch. You don't want to make a harsh line. You just want a thin line of color. Let me swipe that one out. So white, and right under this darker blue, or this color here. I can't talk, y'all. I'm just gonna be quiet. Just a few little beachy waves coming in. There we go. All right. So far, so good. What do you think? Guys, does that look like the ocean yet? Okay, so that was super easy. Now, let's get this dry. What do you say? Let me fix my edge because I missed a color over here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this color on the edge. Clean that up because we're gifting this and I don't want it to be ugly on the edge. So let's fix that up a little. So it's purdy. You can have an ugly little gifty. So there we go. All right. Let's see. I wish I was at the beach right now. Right? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. So here is what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna take my little dryer, and this is a heat gun, actually. I call it a dryer all the time. This is just my little heat gun I got off Amazon. And I'm just gonna hit this with my dryer so that we can go ahead and just keep moving. So I'm gonna force my paint dry. Thank you for the sprinkles, Judy. So let's get this dry. You're going in July. Sounds fun. Where are you going? I've never been to St. Martin, guys. Steve wanted to take me somewhere that I've never been, because I've been on a couple of tropical beachy vacations. I've been to the Caymans, I've been to Puerto Vallarta, I've been to the Dominican a couple of times with the old Exie, but I've never been to St. Martin, so that's where we are going. I'm super, super excited about it. So that looks good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is decide what to add. So I brought some glass, Panama City. You know, I used to live in Destin. So this is clear glass. We sell this on our website, artshattered.com. So I'm just gonna just pour some of that into my hand. Just a handful, whoa, knowing. And I'm gonna add it down here to my sand. we're just gonna add, and I'm gonna bring it kind of to a little point because I don't want it to be perfectly like just a long row of glass. I want it to kind of be organic. So we're gonna end it out to nothing. We'll just add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But you do yours exactly how you want. I love Dustin too. Ooh, where'd I meet this great guy? I actually met him in marriage therapy, divorce recovery kind of thing. So let's see. I'm gonna throw a few little nuggets of starfire in. Punta Cana, the Dominican, was probably one of my favorite places I've ever been. I loved it so much. So, all right, now let's really get down to the nitty gritty. So I have a couple of these blue shells. I have, these are probably too big, these ones, but maybe we can add those. Oh, look at that side. These might be a little too big. Let's set those aside for now. And let's do a little pile up of a couple things. I like to work in odd numbers. So let's do that. I'm gonna open up my glass beads too, or my glass chips. And let's see if there's something in here we can use. Oh my goodness, look at this. I wish that wasn't so big. I wish I had my nippers here because that would totally be gorgeous, but I think it's a little big. It's too fat. It stands up too high. So we'll find something else. This one's pretty. This is pretty. So I'm gonna go with this little green piece. And then we'll put another one over here. And maybe one more over here. Threesies, y'all know I like my threesies. So push that aside. So when I'm doing a beachy piece, I like to just gather up a bunch of different shells and different things that I might put in, and then I just decide as I go. I don't ever like pre-plan it perfectly. I'm gonna put one more little piece in here though, little baby piece. So I do have some of these barnacle things that I got off Etsy. They are super cool. So they have, do y'all know what this is? They said it's a barnacle. I saw them on Etsy and I bought a bag of them. And they have, it looks like a little bowl. So it kind of stands up and then it has a little hollow middle. I just thought that was super cool. I'm gonna stick one of those in. Maybe I'll pile it up over here too. Somewhere right in here. Just thought it was cool. All right, now I have a couple of these things. Let's put one of these over here. And maybe this. I'm just adding whatever makes my heart happy. So I've got some of these too. These are so cute. They're like little shell, like they're little triangular kind of shells. I'm gonna add one. I'm gonna see if I can lay it. No, it needs to point upwards. And I'm gonna add a few more little glass bits. It's like so much fun. I love doing this, y'all. This is like the fun part. Adding, I think I want to put a few little nuggets of glass over there too. It's like putting a puzzle together. You just start, and then you, it is a barnacle. That's what I thought. It's like putting a puzzle together. You start, and then you just start putting pieces where you want them. I'm going to add a few little nuggets of glass over here on this end around my shells and my barnacle. Super cute, isn't it? Is that what that is? Abalone? 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 Just a few little glass nugs. Let's see what else we have. We do have bubbles. Oh, let's add these from the Sunflower Challenge, little seed beads. Pat said she just put sand on a piece. I put glue down, then poured sand on. Yes. Yeah, you don't want to put it in your resin because it makes a mess and it floats all over the place. So it's best to glue it down or mix it. You can mix it with glue and then like put it down like a plaster. So I'm gonna just drop a few of these cute beads in. I don't want that one. Whoops. Let's don't drop that on the floor or the cat will be trying to eat it. Ah! See, this is why I normally do the seed beads at the end. Remember how, and I'm probably gonna have to wait and do the rest then. Remember how I told you when you try to put seed beads on, they roll around? This is exactly what they're doing. So I'm gonna hold off. See, they're rolling all over my desk. Okay. See, I didn't follow my own rule, and now they're going everywhere. So let's stop. Oh, that's cool, Becky. Sand and sawdust? Wow. I don't have anything to put a bird in the sky with because I'm at home, because I don't have internet at my studio. So I guess I could paint one. Let's just paint one. Let me find a little baby brush. Baby brush. Baby brush. All right, little baby brush. White paint. And a bird in the sky is just gonna be like a V, all right? So you're gonna do an open V like this. Let's do a couple, not a lone bird. All right, I'm gonna do a little smaller one because he's far, far away. Far, far away. So it's just like an open V, and then we'll do one over here. There we go. We'll let that dry while we futz with this a little bit, and then I'll add some lines to it. All right, so I'll put these. I think my starfish is too big. I'm not feeling him today. So we're gonna leave that. And I think all I really wanna add anymore is my seed beads and my bubbles. So I think I'm gonna resin, right? Let's dry that. I'm probably gonna blow my seed beads everywhere. But let's dry our birds. And then I will use my magical pen to give those birds a little bit of a body. So I'm just gonna make a quick line, and we'll make a little dot right in the center too, so. I don't like that. I'm gonna paint over it. Hang on. Made it too fat. So we'll fix it. Up. Dirty water. Okay, y'all, I swear. I need some red coffee. Is it too early for red coffee? All right, let's try that one more time. I'm a little cuckoo today. Just a little cuckoo. There we go. Fixed. All right, now I'm done. I'm not gonna mark anything else, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to resin, and after we add the resin, we'll add some more of those seed beads, and we will add some bubbles, because I feel like if I do any more, I'm really gonna make a mess. So let's resin. I'm gonna make ½ ounce of resin. Watch this, y'all. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see if a ½ ounce of resin is gonna do the trick. So I'm gonna do 2 cups, and I will mark them each at 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna scooch this up just a little. So I'm gonna mark at 1/4 ounce. here. And a quarter out here. And let's get some gloves. And let's get some resin going. Y'all, I told y'all today has been the craziest day for me. It's like I can't get my act together. I can't, like everything I touch turned to poop. It's like I'm keep messing things up. I went to the studio to get all the stuff to make an art piece and I gathered it all together and then I left without it and had to turn around and go back. It just seems like everything has been crazy. And now my iPad just died. And that's how I can see comments when my phone is pointed downward at my art piece. Of course, when my phone is pointed down, I can't see comments. So I'll always use my iPad to see comments. It just died. That's just so today. It's just today, isn't it? It's just today. I just need to go to bed and just wake back up tomorrow and start fresh. It's one of those days. Let's see if I can do this correctly. All right, let's stop that. Make sure it grows up to where it should be. And yes, it is. Looking good. All right, it is perfectly measured, so I am going to dump one into the other, and I can't see comments, so I guess I'm gonna have to time myself or come close to it unless I raise the camera up a little bit or lay on the floor and look up while I'm stirring. Maybe I'll do that, just kidding. All right, so there's ½ ounce mixed. And let me see if I can make it where I can see comments. Maybe not. Okay, so I'm gonna stir this for 3 minutes. So we're just gonna stir and scrape and stir. And I'm bent over, so I'm right here looking. I'm gonna have a crick in my neck, trying to see if I can watch the time. So on my clock, it's 5:46. So I'm gonna look up and hopefully in a minute, I'll look down and 3 minutes will be up. I'm sure Catherine's gonna time me anyway. So we're gonna stir, excuse me. We're gonna stir for 3 minutes, scrape the sides of your little container, scrape the bottom, and you're gonna stir slowly so as not to create a ton of bubbles. You don't wanna whip it to death. You're just gonna gently be really sweet to it and stir, stir, stir. All right, so here we are. Not seeing the comments, not seeing anything. Can't talk to you. I guess I could talk to you. So, just while I'm stirring and have some time on my hands and can't read comments, I am going to shamelessly advertise my Shattered Circle again. So, just a reminder that the chinoiserie vase that we have as our bonus workshop for new members, that expires at midnight tonight. So if you're on the fence, go ahead and just get in. I'll tell you this, you can cancel at any time. We do not hold you hostage. If you get in there and decide this is not for me, all you gotta do is let us know and you can cancel your membership at any time, as long as it's before your payment comes out the following month. That vase that we have, that I showed you the picture of and I'll show you again in a minute, expires at midnight, so we would love to get you in because we hate telling people, sorry, it's already gone. It's already gone, you can't get it now, so we don't want to have to tell you that. So get in today. go on and get in before midnight and get that vase because it's a fun one. It's an 11 by 14. The vase is actually made from a napkin that I bought off of Amazon. All I did was go to Amazon and look up chinoiserie napkins, and I found a whole pack for like $4 or something. And there are so many different styles of those napkins out there, so you're sure to find one that you love. Catherine said it's time. I saw that, all caps. I peeked up under to see what time it was, and she's saying time. Okay, so time's up, so I'm just gonna give it one more quick swirl. And I am gonna start by drizzling down here on my glass. So I'm just gonna drizzle. And Catherine's gonna have to answer all your questions because I can't see them. And it's hard to answer questions while you're doing resin anyway, so. So we're going to just cover all this glass with our resin. And I'm going from left to right, top to bottom, because I want to make sure everything is nice and covered. So I try to go methodically. I try to make sure that I remember what has been covered and what hasn't. I'm going to go under here because that's a big shell, so I want to make sure there's resin there. And we'll stick him back in. Super cute. And I may not have mixed enough resin. See, I threw caution to the wind thinking that was going to be enough, and I don't believe it is. That does not happen to me very often. Not at all, but of course it's going to happen today. It's that day, right? I'm going to move this one as well. And we'll put a little resin here. What was I thinking? I should have made extra just because I know that today is that day. Today is that day. That if something is gonna go wrong, it's today. I'll put that back. And I'm totally not gonna have enough resin. 100%. No doubts. So we're just gonna pour some more in our little cup and make some more, because this is gonna be a beautiful gift for one of you guys, and we cannot have it half done now, can we? That would not be acceptable. So I'm gonna make sure I get it all out. So I have a proper measurement, and we're just gonna do it again. What do you think? We're gonna do it fairly quickly too. I'm gonna make another pin. I'm gonna use the same cup, and I'm gonna make another pin mark at the correct and let's just do it again. See? What in the world? It's just that day. It is that day. All right. 1/4 ounce of hardener. 1/4 ounce of resin. I'm trying to think when the last time was this happened to me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Trying to think when this happened to me. It did, I'll tell you that one of the biggest jobs I did recently, not real recently, but a couple of years ago, I did my son's countertops. And we poured resin, we colored them, put plywood down, did a finish over it and then poured resin. That's in his first house. And I didn't make enough for that job. I also didn't mix up my second batch very well either. So there's that. So just let me know, Catherine, I'm bending down, peeking up under here. Just let me know when the 3 minutes is up because I, again, didn't even look. Stir, stir, stir again. Round and round we go. Thank you. Whoever said that. I don't know. So this just goes to show you that I'm not perfect and this is real life and sometimes this happens. It could happen to you too, and just know all you gotta do is just mix up a little more and keep on keeping on. Right? Right. Oh, I had to sit back up. My neck was hurting. It looks like the beach, doesn't it? Makes me really want to go there. I'm ready to go. Stir. The stick is broken on one end and it's pinching my finger. Of course it is. All right. Oh. Is it time yet? Is it time yet? I can't see any of your comments, guys. My neck hurts from trying to look at them because my iPad's dead. Time, Catherine said, oh, thank goodness, my neck is killing me. All right, so second batch, round 2. Let's get this finished up. I want to make sure that doesn't drip too much over that edge. I'm going to come back, just make sure this is all covered well. I don't want any of my pieces falling out. Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. We got debris. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set this down 1 second. And I don't really want, this is kind of like a little bowl, and I don't really want resin inside of there. And so I'm just going to pick it up and then rub resin all around the edges. And then we'll set it back down in its little place. While I'm down here, I'm going to make sure it's all the way to the edge. Here. All right. Now we're going to just drizzle. Look at that, right off the edge of the canvas too. And I'm going to use my fingers and we're just going to spread this and watch the colors pop now. Look at that. The colors, the resin really brings the color to life. I'm going to hold that. Can y'all see the whole canvas? So I'm just using my fingers, spreading the canvas, spreading the resin around to completely cover my canvas. Love that look. And so it took an ounce, much to my chagrin. And voila. Now we're going to take a peek, make sure everything is covered. Go around my edge. Looks good. I don't see any skip. Whoop, just when I was saying that. Any more skippies? Nope. I don't see any more skippies. All right, so I'm gonna take these gloves off. I'm gonna grab this first. I'm gonna grab my cup and then fold it inside my glove and get that sticky mess off of here. And I'm gonna get this sticky mess off of here. And I'm gonna grab my heat gun. We are going to just hit it. You can use a blow dryer if you don't have a heat gun. You just want it on high heat and low air. And this is gonna pop any bubbles that we created while we were mixing our resin. All right, that's all it takes. Just a little bit. Keep your heat gun moving. You don't want to stop in one place. You want to keep it moving, and you don't want it super close either, okay? So we're not quite done yet though, because we have some seed beads to sprinkle in. I'm gonna turn it this way a little so I can do it like this. I'm gonna add a few little seed beads, a little splash of color. Well, here and here. There we go. Now I have some of these clear seed beads too. So I'm gonna put a few of those in my little baby cup. We're gonna add some of those right on top of that glass. It's gonna stick right into that wet resin. So we'll just toss in a few here and there. Put some in that little shell. I don't know what that is, but we'll get that out. We have debris. All right. Let's get that out of there. Do not want you in there. What is that? All right, now the last thing we're gonna add are some bubbles. So we got dots. So we sell these on our website as well. Just a little bag of bubbles. They're acrylic. So I'm just gonna pour a few in my hand. Nothing is finished without bubbles, right? And I'm gonna just add them. And I like to just let them fall where they may. Don't try to place them as I tried to place one. And we'll add bubbles to the beach. It just brings it to a new level. All right, look at that. What do you think? You like it? Let's hold it up. And don't forget, we're gonna gift this to someone. So if you love beach art, all you gotta do is sprinkle. I'm gonna turn.